day in Miami. Car caught on fire on I-95 and being late for all the appointments. I survived and here I am. I must say, my last video I gotta apologize for the lines on the right and left again, the blackouts. I messed up when I went to record. I'm still learning, as you can tell, but that's why it looked kind of bad. But I'm gonna try to improve and learn more, not just taxes, but video editing and how to record better. So this week I want to talk about entity choice. A lot of people are confused about what type of entity they should open when they're opening a new business, and I don't blame you, because it's difficult and it's very complicated. It can really take a toll on you trying to research and find out, should I open a S corporation, an LLC? Should I make the LLC a partnership, an S corporation? Should I not open anything and just put it on my 1040? Those are all valid questions. And I'll try to summarize, make it brief. But for a very small business, the most popular entity choice will be an LLC, and you can check the box and choose it to be taxed as a corporation, as an S corporation in that case. Or straight up, you can just open a corporation and make the S election and have an S corporation. The most beneficial part of S corporations that people look for is, first of all, you only have one level of tax, so all the profit that you distribute as a shareholder, you don't pay taxes on the entity level, on their corporation level. And the other thing too, which is tricky, is the part on Social Security taxes or self-employment tax. You just got to be careful of what people advise you on that regard, because what you are supposed to do is have a reasonable salary when you have an S corporation, because otherwise people that open S corporations, they will never pay Social Security taxes. So you just got to make sure you have a reasonable salary. Of course, if you're not having profits, I mean, there's no way that you can pay if there's no cash flow, and the government will understand that. But if you're making $200,000, $300,000, $500,000 and just distributing the entire amount as distribution, dividends from the S corporation, not paying any Social Security tax, that's not a very wise decision. That's not a very smart thing to do. So S corporations are very popular, are good for very small business, what they call mom and pop, but it can be brother and sister and whatever. Partnerships are also very used and useful, especially with real estate investment. But you just got to make sure you consult attorneys as well to draft the contracts, the operating agreement. In case something bad happens on that business, you want to be covered, the partners want to be covered. From an S corporation perspective, you also should consult them and be able to do the bylaws, be able to do all the other contracts and the minutes. You're supposed to have minutes and meetings on the S corporation. But S corporation is definitely the most used form of entity for small businesses, because of these advantages that I just mentioned. The Social Security tax, you're able to have a reasonable salary and not the entire amount being taxed. The single level of taxation is also a very important part for people that are opening their business. So research a little bit more if you need to go get more details about that. Of course, there are many forms of entity selection, but S corporation is definitely one that is used the most. I'm not saying it's the one you should use. I'm just saying that's the one used the most, and I just wanted to mention why. A couple points of why that is used so often. So next week we'll have more. Maybe I'll expand on this on another video. But this is this week's tax tip.